I read a few, I saw a few interviews and read a few things in newspapers about York this week, talking about what a big team they are and how they want to dominate at set pieces.
Bartlett's kick this time, flicked on by Ferguson, and Caton's chasing off this into the left-hand corner for Darlow. Caton got a bit of time, puts on his right foot, checks back onto his left, gets into the box now, gets to the byline, stands up towards the far post, and it's Mark Beck, I think, coming at the far post, heads it off the post, and then he ricochets back off Beck, and out for a goal kick to York. Unlucky there from Darlow, Stu.
Great work from Caton, got around the outside, put his cross in. Mark Beck, by the time he got his head to it, he was only maybe a yard out. He just couldn't quite get it goal bounce, and ricochet back off the post.
Now Newton sets himself, plays the forward up towards Morgan Smith, finds his way through to Rankin, play back by Rankin, but David Ferguson's there. Ferguson again plays into space for Caton to chase. Good header there though by the defender to head it down, and York have possession back on the halfway line. Played over the top there towards Morgan Smith. Tom Collins again deals with it, but it's cleared away only as far as
Rankin.
A bit of time. Turns and then runs back in the opposite direction. Played wide now towards Armand. Armand to take on Chris Hunter. Armand back onto his right foot. Right-footed cross. Headed across by Michael Rankin. Shot from the edge of the box by Morgan Smith, I think it was, and Bartlett saved it well and followed up and gathered it in well, and York putting on the pressure here on Darlow.
Another good save by Adam Bartlett, that time to his left, and got the follow-up as well. Darlington having to soak up some pressure here. Could do with just a little bit of the ball.
Bartlett's kick going up towards Mark Beck. Beck gets the flick on up towards Ferguson. Ferguson and Beck just lost that in the sun. Kept in play there by Rankin. Play down the line, flicked on. Gary Brown steps in, wins the ball, but it only goes as far as York's number 10. Played around the corner for Morgan Smith to chase after. There's a challenge there by Dom Collins on the edge of the box. Referee's waving his flag. There's going to be a free kick here to York, and Collins may be in trouble. Just calling Collins over. It's only going to be a yellow for Collins.
The assistant's helped out there, hasn't he? He was first to indicate that he was outside the box, which it clearly was. We're not in a bad position here, 2 or 3 yards outside the box, but Collins committed himself. The ball was, he didn't get the ball, he did bring the man down. It was a clear infringement. I guess the only debate was what colour of card, but as you say, it looks like yellow.
York have moved the ball about 10 yards into a more central position as well. It is Newton, tries to go low, it's blocked by Collins and cleared away up to the halfway line. Played back in by York. David Ferguson gets his knee, comes out to Morgan Smith. Morgan Smith sets Mork in. Flies just wide of the goal by Sean Newton. I think it was left-footed from about 25 yards for York. Brown launches in towards the penalty spot, towards Dom Collins. Flicked out only as far as Gillies. Gillies' left foot shot goes 2 or 3 yards wide from 20 yards out.
But York come again, the waves of red coming towards Darlington. Almond played it wide. It's Morgan Smith on the left side now with Hunter closing him down. He's got a man over. Cross is going to come across the front. It's gone all the way. It's another save by Bartlett with his feet, and the ball's still bobbling about there. I think Bartlett got his feet to that one and did enough to keep it out. More good goalkeeping and another chance for York.
Yeah, there's another good save by Bartlett. I think he was wrong foot. I think he was going to his left, and he's managed to stick his right foot out and either push it against the post or push it away directly.
So Gary Brown just deciding whether he's going to go long or short, and Josh Gillies offers him an option and he goes short. Comes back to Brown. Brown back to Gillies. Gillies on this near side. Just trying to find a half a yard to get a cross in. Gillies goes round the outside. Collins gets a goal-bound header. Goalkeeper saved it. Beck's there, the follow-up. The goalkeeper's just got on top of it. But that was as close can be. He gives a long throw here. He's drying the ball off, and indeed it does come into the box. And it's gone all the way across and bounced once. Brown heads it clear. Ferguson blocks the shot with his chest. The ball's still bobbling about though. It's come all the way around the outside, and Heslop there for a minute looked like he was going to get on the end of it. But the outcome is it's a corner on this near side for York City as we approach half time here. Newton's going to take it. Comes right into the box. It's a free header. It's hit the crossbar. It's come back out, and Turnbull's going to try and clear. Right into the underside of the crossbar, that for York. That's as close as they've come. It's Moke on the ball for York City now. He's going to recycle it back into the box. Adam Bartlett's going to come and take the pressure out there, but York City will not come closer this evening to scoring without scoring.
Yeah, like you say, off the underside of the bar, and Bartlett was just a statue in his goal. There's nothing you could do about it, but that's half time. Takes on Leon Scott and then goes back to Morkay. Morkay in the centre of defensive position. Played wide now to Parslow. Parslow going long. Dom Collins is there. Collins heads that away. Good battling there by Harvey Saunders. Hasn't won the ball, but causing a few problems for York. And good play by Armand to get between Saunders and Scott, I think it was. Laid off to Newton. Newton right foot shot. And Bartlett sprawling across his goal. Scramble. It's a long throw down the line towards Beck. Beck claiming his shirt's been held. Harvey Saunders gets his head on it. Then played off Mark Beck. Saunders is there and plays into space for Giddies to chase after. Whittle's going to win that race though and struggles to control the ball and being forced back. Good close down by Harvey Saunders. Harvey Saunders won the ball off Worsnop. Josh Gillies went for it. It was a difficult technique to try to put it over the top of the keeper, but inside netting, but kept in play by Mark Beck on the far side. Finds David Ferguson. Ferguson gets round his man, gets a left foot cross in. Cleared away by York. Terry Galbraith puts that ball up in the air now on the ball on the far side, but it was good closing down by Harvey Saunders and one taken. Chris Hunter can't get there. Don Collins heads it forward. Played away now to Armand and York can attack. Leon Scott thought about bringing Armand down, but he hasn't. And now York on the attack down the right hand side. Ball played in. It's Morgan Smith, I think it is. The ball from the right hand side was whipped in and Morgan Smith stretching. Similar to Dele Alli on Sunday for New Tottenham. Maybe 8-12 yards out, he put it over the top of the bar, but that's York's probably best chance of the second half.
I think that's about the first time Darlington have almost overcommitted there, isn't it? Got a little few too men ahead of the ball, and in the 72nd minute here at Bootham Crescent. If you're just joining us, it's been a cracking game, but it's still York City 0, Darlington 0. York dominating the first half, Darlington doing much better in this second half. Leon Scott's getting backed up there by Rankin. Rankin using all his bulk and strength to lay the ball back out to Morkay. Harvey Saunders is desperately trying to intercept that ball, and he's got the second ball from Sayers. Harvey Saunders is going to have a chance to run at his man here. He's just turned back though, waiting for some support from Ferguson. Ferguson gets the cross in, finds Beck's feet. He's trying to find Saunders back. Saunders just not able to get a shot away. Gives it back to Ferguson. Ferguson all the way on the back post to Thompson. Thompson shoots! It's only a yard over the bar from Stephen Thompson on the volley.
Yeah, good effort by Tomo. I think Harvey Saunders maybe is lacking a bit of, I don't know, composure on his left foot there.
York on the counter now. Ferguson's just took it off Morgan Smith's toe there, and his first touch was impeccable. Give it back to Turnbull. Turnbull turns back towards his own goal. He's under pressure by Morgan Smith, but he's shrugged him off. But now he needs to try and find a pass. And he sees Hunter as the best option and goes all the way across. Hunter gives a first time touch to Thompson. Thompson's tried to play the return, but it's come off his double hit there really. But now Hunter's through on goal. He's got a chance and his shot comes back out to Sayers on the edge. It's been blocked. Sayers on the edge of the box trying to find a shot. Hit the post. Come all the way back to Turnbull. Now it's with Saunders. Saunders shoots. It's over the bar. That's as close as Darlington have come.
It's unlucky from Dave Sayers. Took a touch and hit it second time. Hit the post. It's come out to Harvey Saunders, who's blazed it over the bar, but again, good work by Chris Hunter as well to win the ball off Armand.
So Sayers' shot rattled the inside of the post there. Goalkeeper. Ball falls down in open ground and York prod it forward. Galbraith's going to not get that one at the second attempt. They got caught with Collins a little bit. Darlington having a chance to get wide. There's a man wide on the far side that's not been spotted. Comes to Morgan Smith on this near side now for York City. Morgan Smith puts it into the box. Galbraith's won that header assertively and aggressively like a good centre half should, and there we are. That's full time. The full time score here at Bootham Crescent is York City 0, Darlington 0. It's been an enthralling 0-0 draw. Really enjoyed watching it. Both teams had chances. York with the better of the first half, but Darlington also hitting the woodwork in the second and having a couple of very good chances as well. And I think both managers will think that could have been worse for sure. Andy, how would you call that one?
Well, it's been a cracking 0-0. Probably the best 0-0 I've seen for a while.